President then insisted we celebrate national independence with a glass or two of fine Moldovan cognac.
It's very hard to refuse a president when they offer you cognac, and we have to get through the entire bottle.
This is not about alcohol or getting drunk. I'm very proud of Moldovan cognac and I want to promote it.
I totally approve of this. The factor you have not considered is my complete inability to drink alcohol.
By the time the First Lady returned from shopping, we were finishing the second bottle. That night, the whole of Chisinau seemed to be celebrating at a huge independence party.
It's a tough job, what can I say?
We left Liliana to drive to what is still officially part of Moldova, even if the Moldovan president can't come here.
We're just coming up to the border between Trans-Dniester and Moldova now. At the moment we're in what is essentially a demilitarized zone between Moldova and Trans-Dniester.
Just before we arrived, Trans-Dniester banned the teaching of Moldovan in their schools, allowing only Russian. Moldova responded with an economic blockade.
Can we film yet?
Yeah. Yeah, we can film.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
At the border, I met Larissa, who would be my guide in Transnistria.
It was very interesting to meet you here and to see your reaction to everything.
And now, are we in Transnistria now?
I believe yes.
This is Transnistria.
In the territory of Transnistria now.
We just wanted to film our arrival in Trans-Dniester, but the border guards have come over in a very Soviet way and tried to take the camera away and stop us. But now we're having a little bit of a discussion with them, a healthy discussion about the fact that we are already registered, it's already perfectly legitimate for us to be here.
We passed through customs and border posts, crossed the river dividing the two countries, and were allowed into Transnistria. A short drive took us to Tiraspol, the capital, where Soviet-era statues are still standing.
It is quite rare to see statues of Lenin still standing. Do people look back fondly on the Soviet times?
No, you know, just we do not carry out war with monuments.
So you choose not to destroy them?
It was made by a good sculpture. It is made of a good material. It expresses something. Let it stay.
So it's quite a small bed, but in this hotel, apparently there's only one double room, and that's been booked up by the customs committee, whatever that is. The only other problem we've been told with this hotel and other hotels like it is that we will be watched and we will be listened to. So I suspect, based on what we're told, that the rooms are bugged by the Transnistrian KGB, who are really just operating as if it was still Soviet times.
There's certainly a Soviet air to Tiraspol, but there were none of the armed men Moldovans had told us we'd see loitering around the streets.
For you, Soviet is something bad, and for us, Soviet is a good word. It was the time of a very good and stable life. But it doesn't mean that the life is the same as it was in the times of the Soviet Union. It's quite different. We are realistic people, and we understand that everything has changed. We have our passports.
So this is a Transnistrian passport?
Yes.
Who recognises this passport?
We do.
Does anybody else?
No.
We've just been accosted by an official from the Trans-Dniestrian bank who wants us to come to an exhibition they're having here for the 10th anniversary of the Trans-Dniestrian ruble. See, the rest of the world might not think this place exists, but they have their own stamps, their own government, their own president, and their own money. Printing money is one of the major steps for a breakaway state trying to secure independence. The Moldovan government was furious when Transnistrians began issuing their own currency.
So why are there no pictures of the president on your notes?
We don't have a cult of personality of the president here. The history of our republic is very short. We don't have many modern heroes. That's why the banknotes have portraits of the people who've influenced our development.
This is a huge steelworks and metal factory, one of the largest in the former Soviet Union. They used to export all over the former Soviet Union in the old days during the Cold War. Now, obviously, it's part of Trans-Dniester. There's a lot of rumours that they're producing arms here in secret factories.